So, this is episode 1 of Empire Digital's podcast.
Yes.
Which is called Digitalk.
It is called Digitalk.
We decided on a name. And this episode, we wanted to talk about our office and office life. And office life this month, Pride Month. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Just, what it's like for us, working in this kind of, quite close, small team and moving into this new office. So we moved into this office in January of this year. With how many people? I think
we have 12 now, so it must have been
it was about
13?
Yeah,
14?
about the same.
It'd be 14.
Yeah. And compared to where we were working before, in a shared working space.
Oh yeah.
It's way different, right?
Yeah, completely.
In a really
it's
good
easier.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like working, because we are a small team, working with everybody has become, I think, much more collaborative. Which I like.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool way of working. Whereas before it was quite hard to kind of share ideas and discuss things, but now it's quite easy to kind of
it was like
do that.
You could never have a private conversation.
Yeah. So this has been great. I think in the few months that we've been here, it's been a really good way of doing things.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and I think we've all really worked well together doing it as well.
100%.
Really cool. Yeah. I mean, how have you found, from your point of view, I guess obviously, you do have to discuss with other people with the social media. How have you found that?
I mean, easier, I guess. I don't know, my job hasn't really changed, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just sort of, like you said, like collaborating is easier, it's better. I've got to paint like 2 offices.
Oh yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah, of course, the painting.
Yeah.
Which was like ages ago.
Yeah, so we painted this office that we're recording in now, and then it's been painted over.
Yeah.
So I've had to paint something else in here, and then something else in the office
that
we now work in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Which is a bigger office as well. I guess that's the other thing. Is it's a nicer, bigger space.
Oh, it's brighter as well.
It's brighter and
south facing,
and warmer, and then also colder. So I don't know.
It's weird. I don't know. I like how the windows are like majority of the wall space, if you know what I mean.
Think
that's pretty cool.
It's a nice place. It's a nice space to work in.
It is, yeah.
And
it's nicer than in here.
Yeah, and also
low-key.
to have it be our space is nice. It's just for us.
Yeah, with the painted wall, and then obviously this month we've hung pride flags.
Yeah, exactly.
That's been cool.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to say. It's like this being able to I guess for you, how's it felt to kind of be able to put that in the space. The space is ours in the sense that we put our pride flags, and there's there was no argument.
There was no argument. I literally
I
asked Ben and Sherelle, and they kind of was like, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. It's nice to be accepted in the workplace that you work in every day.
Yeah.
Who knew?
That was possible. Because it was some of the posts on our social media have been about that. People talking about that.
Yes.
Kind of what it means to them, and I think it's really cool that in this workspace in this company, that's kind of a shared thought between everybody. Nobody's really disagreeing with that sense of kind of accepting and the kind of comfortability of the place and how. I
mean, even people who aren't necessarily queer have got involved, which I think is cool as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like saying what pride means to them is really nice.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that the space and the people offer that is cool.
Oh, 100%.
And just the visual of it, of having flags up and talking about it is nice.
Having it be like open, like an open conversation. Putting it on not just our personal social media, but also like an employer's social media. I don't know. It's like it feels like a big thing.
Yeah, and it feels kind of more genuine than what you see a lot on.
Oh, corporate
business.
pride.
Yeah, so we've had this discussion obviously a lot. I mean, everybody does.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's one thing which is different And I mean, you know, so in this, I mean, it's nearly the end of the month, to be fair. So
It is,
so
yeah.
in this month, like, what are some of the things that you've seen, you know, even like that's just like
Me personally,
big businesses. You know?
To be honest, I haven't seen a lot. I think they've kind of got the memo now, which is nice, but also like I just want something to laugh at. You know what I mean? I miss. Actually, that's a lie. Amazon are doing. I think they did like a summit or like some sort of scheme, and it was called Glamazon.
Oh wow!
It's so bad. But granted, they did. You know, they got a lot of queer people involved.
Yeah.
So swings and roundabouts, I
I
guess.
think
But just the
the
name,
branding
man,
is funny.
is
Yeah.
so gross.
I feel like that's what it is a lot of the time. It's just like the intention is always most of the time, you know, well.
Oh
meaning.
yeah, definitely.
It's just like the way it's presented is quite
Yeah.
funny. Like the what was the was it Burger King?
Oh my God, the tops and the
burgers?
bottoms.
Yeah, that was a strange. That was a
That
very
was funny.
strange choice, and they kind of pedaled back on that. But
Oh yeah, they've apologised, but it's out there now.
Yeah.
It's there forever.
Yeah, I know, and that's like the funny. That's the where it's like this business is so large, where it's like you're so disconnected from.
Oh, 100%.
So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's about being in a small business.
Oh, definitely.
It kind
Yeah,
of-
being a small team definitely is.
Kind of makes
helps.
a difference.
And I mean, a good handful of us are queer anyway,
Mm.
or like identify as LGBTQ plus.
So it makes a difference.
Yeah, because you know, obviously, me and you aren't, you know, the spokespeople of the queer community.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, I guess me, because I sort out our social media.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's why I ask you guys so much for collaboration, because obviously I don't want to be posting stuff on our socials for Pride Month and then, you know, you and other people be like, actually, no, or,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
have something else to say.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the thing about it. It's just about relatability. I think.
Oh, definitely.
To people, and when you're kind of working closely with clients and customers, you become more related to them, and these big businesses aren't as you know, the top people aren't. You're working with people, you know,
Yeah, of
individual
course.
people. So I think that's the other thing I just in general just about working here and Empire in general is this idea of, you know, we're so close to clients and really kind of, you know.
Because, I mean, there's only really one of us per, I guess, quote unquote department, isn't there?
Yeah, so you really get close to clients, which is I think
Yeah,
really
like
good.
you're the only videographer / photographer, so
Yeah.
I mean, you get pretty close to clients, like
Yeah, so every time I've
as
worked,
much as you can, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so every time I've worked with clients, it's been very very sort of collaborative in a way, but also just like the communication is just kind of like very present all the time. So we're going back and forth, and,
Yeah.
and it's good because it's very easy to kind of make changes to things, or if something's not right, you know, straight away. And you know, especially in this, because it's a sort of creative role where you're kind of having to make creative decisions on your own, and it's kind of hard to tell sometimes if they're happy with that or not happy with that, and so to be able to just have that close contact with clients, it means that you can just get on that straight away,
Yeah.
fix something if it's not right, and then, you know, make sure they're happy, which is the whole point.
Well, yeah,
So-
exactly.
So I think that's a really nice thing about this idea of it being this kind of close, because you know we work with a lot of people, but there's not loads of people here doing it, so we're having to be quite, you know, on it with kind of working with people.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
communicating with them. So I think that's a really good thing about, again, this idea, just there's the place we work and the way that we work, I think is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that. Again, the idea of collaboration between us, that we mentioned it, but
Yeah, I mean, me and Alex work pretty closely together
yeah,
for a lot of projects, design-wise.
yeah,
Not just for social media, just in general, sort of helping clients like with branding or just in general, like website design and stuff. That's quite nice.
Yeah, and I mean, because Alex has been here for
Not very long.
not very long, so you feel like that you have a good kind of, you know, working relationship, or you kind of, you know, already.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have different ideas. Obviously, Alex has got a bit more educational experience with design work than I do, but we're both sort of very creative, and yeah, I don't know, we just work really well together, I guess.
Yeah, but then I think that's the thing, is everybody works well together because we're all skilled in different ways, but wanting to kind of work together.
Yeah.
I think makes a big difference. So I know a lot of people and have worked in places before where there's just not like a willingness to kind of to let somebody else have input on your idea.
Oh yeah, like yeah, it feels quite selfish. Like, this is my idea, this is my project, but like at the end of the day, like, you know, I mean, a good majority of us are creatives. So having that other creative input, either from, you know, someone who isn't as experienced educationally or whatever, like, it's just quite nice to have a second opinion. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and just the idea of being able to, you know, it's your project or it's your piece of work, whatever it is.
There's no shame in like trying to make your stuff better.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
And it's gonna be better just from having like another person look at it.
Yeah, of course.
Because like I said before, it's like about this idea of it's a creative thing, so it's not a set. One thing is correct and one thing's not correct.
Yeah, exactly.
So you kind of have to speak to other people and speak to people that have a different eye to you, a different kind of way of thinking about it, and then it will improve in doing that.
Yeah, 100%.
Which just makes such a big difference. And I feel like a lot of the time you'll see companies working in a certain way, or you'll even just see like a product and see like a video, or, you know, I'll see like an ad or something, and it's like that's such like one vision, and it's like you can always tell when something's been kind of collaborated on or not. And
definitely.
And I think it's just always better the first way. It's always better when you've got people working together.
But then you can also have too many people. That's the thing.
Yeah, which again is why I think it works well here.
Yeah, of course.
Because there's not too many people.
No, I mean there's 12 people, and what, maybe 5 of us, 6 of us. So like half are like creatively present kind of, within the company.
Yeah. So that's not a huge amount of people, but at the same time,
I think it's a good amount though.
Yeah, definitely. It's about you know, we have specific skills, and we're able to use those in a way that helps each other.
I mean, me and Alex both like create art outside of work. You obviously do films. Like, I don't know, I feel like we're all good together.
Yeah, exactly. because it's only because of the environment has been kind of geared towards that. You know, we could all come in with these skills and, you know, these specific different creative avenues we have and our experiences. We could come in here and be told, no, you're going to do this way, and that's it, and then that wouldn't matter. Even though we have all of those, you know, backgrounds in other areas, it wouldn't make a difference because we'll be doing the same thing. Yeah,
that's what I like about like doing the social media for Empire. Like, obviously, you know, we have our own branding book, but I've never felt like I have like in a box. You know?
Exactly.
Like, I always feel like I can experiment with our like company social media, which is huge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, a lot of brands wouldn't even try and change you know, what assets they use or what graphics they use.
And obviously sometimes that works for people, just like a consistent thing. But sometimes you look at it and you go like, this is just the same.
It's just boring.
It's boring. Yeah. You don't want to look at it.
So it just feels corporate.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of the whole.
Yeah, like you said. What did you say? What did you say, Sam?
About corporate. I can't remember. I can't remember.
Fuck.
No, but the point you're saying about having the ability to be different within the social media and kind of give it a personal touch.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yes.
You know, because we're a small team, it feels more personal. It feels like it's actually real people making these posts, and our website as well.
Yeah, and our services are provided by real people.
Yeah, exactly.
Which a lot of the time, a lot of companies do the same thing. It's all, you know, real people. It's not like an automated thing. But you look at their social media and it's like, this is so generic and looks automated, so it
Yeah.
looks like it's made by a computer and not
Yeah,
by
exactly.
people. And when you see that, it's kind of like, it kind of puts you off of
100%.
wanting to learn more
Yeah.
about those people and that company and wanting to work with them. It's like, well, if this is how the social media looks, which is kind of just a good, I know it doesn't give you an indication of, you know, the way the business runs or you know, specifics of how they're going to give you the product or
It does
anything
kind
like that.
of give you like an insight though, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, that's
as
the
to
thing,
what
yeah,
you're gonna
yeah,
get.
not the specifics, but like the general kind of feel of the company. It does. That's exactly what it does.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like so huge. The you know,
Oh
having
yeah, it's super important.
social media to you know, represent you in the right way,
Yeah.
or at least represent you in a way that's gonna get people's attention.
Yeah.
Not just kind of a generic. You know, it can look, and then some of these things, like, they look really nice. Like, they look, you know, it's really nice looking social
Oh yeah,
media.
but it's
just
clearly
really
like,
boring.
yeah.
Because it's just, it looks nice because it's just uniform and the same, and you can still have that nice aesthetic and kind of abiding by the company colours and branding, but also the content is, you know.
Yeah, that's kind
More.
of, that's what I like about doing our social media. It's kind of like we're not pushing any sort of like, you know, buy our stuff, buy our services.
exactly.
It's more like educational and
Yeah, here's
you
what
know,
here's what our service does.
we have this if
Yeah,
you
exactly,
wanted it,
exactly,
but
yeah.
we're not going to make you buy
Yeah,
it.
Exactly. And then you look at some Instagram and you're like, well, you know, Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever, and it's like, this is so overwhelming with like the
Oh,
amount of,
yeah.
you know. But that's the thing. It's like it's telling people this is what it is and what it does, and that's kind of the whole. That's kind of what it should be.
What I like
giving,
as well, we're very transparent with the services that we
yeah,
offer.
exactly. Yeah, it's
Especially on Instagram. I try and make it like, you know, if you're buying SEO from us, like, this is what you're going to get, and
Yeah.
if you need more information, here's where you can go. Like, it's very not regimented, but you know what I mean.
But it
like
it
step
does-
by step.
Yeah, it's very clear and simple, and it's not.
Yeah,
overcomplicated
exactly.
Because it doesn't need to be. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not alienating.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a big thing. And I guess, you know, going back to Pride Month and social media, you know, what you were saying about your kind of ability to be creative within that. you
Yeah.
know, a bit. So like this month specifically, like, what are some of the things that you've kind of done differently, you know, with this post specifically? Like, what are some of the things that you've done, or like the things that you've enjoyed kind of doing the most?
I mean, just shining like spotlights on queer creators, really. Especially like I did a post about Alex's art.
Yeah.
That was really nice. That felt just very, very warm,
Yeah.
very lovely
Yeah.
to like put a spotlight on small queer creators, because obviously, you know, people like to support small
Yeah.
queer creators,
Yeah.
but especially on like a business Instagram, like, you don't really get that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I posted about books by queer authors that people should read.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, I don't know, just being able to shine a spotlight on issues that I think are important.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
nice.
And I think that's kind of what it is, and the nice thing about it not being a corporate pride or, you know,
Yeah.
anything where it's like it's not just a generic kind of statement on
Yeah, exactly.
on something. It's, you know, some specifics that you wouldn't have seen elsewhere, and again, that's it, you know, not just in Pride Month, but the whole kind of idea of our social media is you know, giving people little insights where they wouldn't find them elsewhere.
Exactly.
And you know, highlighting our team, because again, it's real people, it's real. So
Yeah.
I think that's really nice, and, you know, as an overall kind of feeling about it,
Mm.
and, you know, the whole kind of, and I've noticed, you know, this month looking at our social media and stuff, it does feel kind of more
Personal.
Yeah, personal.
Yeah,
which I
it's-
think is a big part of
And I mean,
the whole way we work.
I don't know how many people looking at our Instagram know this, but like, it's all being posted by a trans person as well.
Yeah, so that's
But I don't. At the same time, I don't really want to be like, BTW, I'm trans.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, I guess it's one of those
like,
things
it's
where
not
like,
important, but it is important, if you know what I
Yes,
mean.
it
Like, it's not
doesn't-
important to make it like a thing.
No,
like,
no.
hello, I am trans.
Yeah,
I
but
run
it-
the social media.
yeah, but it does change. It doesn't change the context, but it does give someone a bit more of a. Again, it just
we're not doing this for
emphasises-
attention.
Exactly, it
Yeah.
emphasises that the personality of it. You know, this is specific. There's a reason that this is happening.
Yes,
it's not
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
because
Like,
it's a trend or.
I had a whole thing, didn't I, where like I didn't know whether to change our Empire logo
Yeah.
on our Instagram
Yeah.
to a rainbow one.
Yeah.
Because it felt like I was feeding into capitalist pride.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I'm not. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you know.
yeah, exactly. It's different. It is. I know it's one of those things where it's like it's you have to make a decision about it, but it is different because again it's personal. and
Yeah,
it's
of
about,
course. That's
it's about the people.
That's like
not just,
the bottom line, I guess,
Yeah,
for deciding to do it.
yeah,
But it still felt weird.
Yeah,
It
I
still
know.
felt really corporate.
yeah, exactly. And like you say, people don't know necessarily.
Yeah.
But I don't think it matters. I think it's
No.
it's a small thing. So it's like it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
Like
it's
the
not
amount of
that big
people
a
who
deal.
have probably noticed
Yeah.
or been
it's very
like,
small.
"Hey, are you?"
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, it's very small, and it's just one of those things. So it's like it's a small, simple, easy thing to do. So it's just nice to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I think that kind of says it all really. Just not just about Pride Month specifically, talking about that, but also just us and working here in general. There's just the idea of this kind of personality and this kind of personal
Yes.
kind of
yeah.
touch that we bring to things. I think is what's really cool about the space and the people and
Just the company
way
in
that we
general, I
work.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because that's kind of always been important to Ben and Cheryl, hasn't it? Even like when they first started Empire. I think it's nice that it's carrying on even though the company's growing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
exciting. Yeah,
It is, yeah.
It is exciting.
Mm.
Cool.
Sick.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, we'll this is obviously the first episode
Yes.
of the podcast, but there will be more. This isn't the only one, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I think next episode, next time we're going to talk about social media, maybe more specifically.
Yes. Yeah.
And we're going I think so. Future episodes we're going to sort of go into more detail with team members. Again, it's personal. We're going to bring people in from the team. So we might look at social media next with you specifically,
Yeah.
and Alex as well would be good.
Oh,
to another sort
definitely.
of creative eye, and then we'll definitely talk about websites and video and all the kind of avenues we cover. So that's kind of what to expect going forward.
We're going to talk about mental health stuff as well, aren't we?
Definitely,
Work-life balance, stuff
this
like
kind
that.
of, the podcast is about work and life, which I think is clear here, but yeah, the elements of our work and life, then kind of how they kind of coincide in this workplace specifically. Yeah,
Sick.
cool. Well, thanks everybody for listening.
Yeah, thank you.
And we look forward to the next one.
Yes.
Cool.